Lord Radagast. I think I've got something I need to report.
Meet me at the archives. We'll discuss it there.
I see. I am a bit worried, though. If the battle on the other end of the portal takes a turn for the worse, can Zul bring you back safely? Would he be able to sever the connection between the two worlds?
That's a good question. I'll ask him next time I see him.
Lord Radagast, it's time for your meeting.
Oh, apologies. It's a good thing you're already here, Wolf. I'll be needing you to assist with this matter. Greetings, Madame Mayrin. On behalf of the Iron Lords, I formally accept your proposal. I'll send my most capable aide, my Iron Wolf, as well as, the most reliable technician I could find to ensure everything goes smoothly.
What do you mean,
Please, Dr. Donovan, there's no need to overreact.
I'll send the passkey to you shortly. I wish you well.
Thank you for your trust, Madame Mayrin.
So, what'd I miss?
Not long ago, Lord Saladin discovered several war mine bunkers around Viridia. Have you heard of the war mines?
Isn't Think Tank over in the dens a war mind frame?
That's right. It was one of the many weapons in the war mine's arsenal.
In truth, this isn't the first war mine bunker we've discovered. Aside from the scarce few the Fallen looted, the vast majority are sealed tight.
But because we haven't yet managed to hack their security system, we also haven't been able to get inside and learn more.
You... typical light-bearer mindset. Blow open this, blast that.
We have. But those doors are sturdier than we had imagined. Much sturdier. The bunkers may be near impenetrable, but we've noticed that hasn't stopped our enemies from trying to find other ways inside. First was the Vex. They were already lurking underneath Viridia, slowly modifying the terrain. We speculate they were the first to discover the bunker's entrance. Next were the Sand Eaters and the remnants of the House of Devils, both seeking the Golden Age technology within. We've even found traces of the Hive around Viridia. It's all proven to be quite a headache for Saladin.
Not so fast, Golf. Lord Radagast hasn't even got to the most important part.
The situation is a bit special this time. Defending the bunkers is a long-term operation. Even if we defeat the current would-be invaders, more will be on their way before we know it. But we can't have troops stationed there around the clock. Over time, manpower and supplies will both become issues. That's why we've entered an agreement with Madame Mayrin, the hologram projection you just saw. Her organization will provide us with firepower, including their new artillery and modular automatic defense towers. Actually, I can't tell you too much about her right now. Madame Mayrin does not completely trust all the Iron Lords, and she's never publicly revealed her true identity.
More like she's trying to mystify herself.
That's right. Her organization will provide us with blueprints and production licenses for these defense towers. Each on-site deployment of the towers requires their remote authorization. Once the mission's complete, the towers must also be destroyed under their supervision. Most crucially, the Iron Lords will help her find a way to safely enter those bunkers. And once both parties have entered and taken stock of the contents, Madame Mayrin will have priority rights to all physical and digital assets within. Of course, the agreement also extends to other parts of our cooperation, such as the sharing of all weapons field testing data.
You're treating her quite generously.
Madame Mayrin is currently one of the Iron Lord's most crucial allies. Considering the Crota threat Wolf just mentioned, The importance of her and her organization may be even greater going forward. We must mobilize all forces and be prepared for anything, even if that means letting our new allies have a favorable deal. Now, returning to the matter of the bunkers. The shifting gate will teleport you and your fire team to their entrances. There, you'll be tasked with building up the defenses necessary to fend off our enemy's invasion.
What happens if they break through?
We'll use bombs to collapse the entire underground cavern and bury the entrance in millions of tons of granite. That is the worst-case scenario. It would mean we, too, would lose the chance to enter those bunkers.
Huh. Okay.
Donovan will be providing remote support. If worst comes to worst, he'll bring you home. Don't worry. Fellwinter and his team are continuing to make progress on safely hacking the bunkers. Yet, he hasn't submitted a briefing this week, which is to be expected. No need to worry. I'll update you if he makes any significant headway.
Very well. Please contact me as soon as he does.
Forgive my presumptuousness, but I get the feeling your interest in the bunker doesn't just stem from the Golden Age technology held within. Don't be mistaken, though. I'm not bringing this up on behalf of the Iron Lords. You do not need to respond if you don't want to.
I'm searching for some assets that once belonged to my family.
Given you're willing to work with the Iron Lords, they must be of great significance. I recall you saying you don't trust Lightbearers.
Indeed. If those assets were to fall into the wrong hands, it would be far worse than losing them forever. All the leads I found point to those bunkers, but I cannot face so many enemies alone. I can fight as the Lightbearers do, and I don't fear death. It's not my wish to make the Iron Lords risk their lives, while I sit back and enjoy the fruits of their labor.
Madame Mayrin, nobody is saying that. As an ally of the Iron Lords, you're making your own great contributions to humanity's rise. That, in and of itself, is something worth praise.
Thank you, Lord Radagast.
Madam Mayrin, there's a question I've been meaning to ask you.
Since you can remotely deploy the auto turrets, why bother authorizing the Iron Lords to operate them on site?
Exactly.
Protecting the bunker is not my ultimate goal, Dr. Donovan. Entering it and acquiring the files within is. I'm afraid that only the Iron Lords have the ability to enter those bunkers without damaging them. If the alien invaders were to enter first, they may trigger the bunker's self-destruct program. Lord Fellwinter has made some more progress recently. It seems he's getting closer and closer to hacking the security system. When that time comes, both I and the Iron Lords will get what we want.
That's quite the deal. Radagast seems to really value you.
Of course. Technology is the primary productive force. He values you too, does he not?
I'll take that as a compliment.
Why on earth do we need to have this conversation, Fellwinter?
Rubber duck debugging. It will help me clarify my thoughts.
I have no idea what you mean by that. But you won't mind me cleaning and oiling my rifle while you talk, will you?
Not at all.
Fine then. Shoot.
While I was hacking the bunker's core security system, I discovered that the Warmind uses two-step verification with static and dynamic passcodes. The static one was simple, but I encountered an issue while dealing with the dynamic passcode. At first, I implanted a deceptive seed key into the core system, but it quickly recognized it. Then, to my surprise, it made a separate subsystem with a generative adversarial network take over the passcode generator. The speed at which it adapts and counters is growing faster, so fast that it might as well be watching my inputs from behind my back. I even wondered if it had hacked my surrounding hardware, but ample troubleshooting revealed that it hadn't. The weakest link in network security is people. I secretly monitored Hellhest for a time, and she hasn't uploaded or downloaded anything suspicious, nor acted without authorization.
Are you serious? You suspected Hellhest?
You're a rubber duck. You shouldn't be speaking. Anyway, that's the situation so far. Perhaps I can try these cyber prions intercepted from the splicers before. Though, I doubt the Radagast would be fond of the idea. That will be all for today. Goodbye.
Unbelievable.
It's hard to believe our first journey to the moon is with the help of the Nine.
Precisely speaking, that isn't our moon. Nor is it a complete moon. The Nine have placed strict limitations on our exploration. What we are able to experience is but a fixed segment. Before, after, beyond. They are all non-existent. They severed any possibility of true contact between the two worlds, and they did so intentionally. And it makes sense. The risk is too great. If the other world's Crota found and used the portal to invade our own world...
One Crota is trouble enough.
But at least now, we can confirm that he and his hidden swarm are likely lurking on the moon. As for why they haven't launched an all-out attack yet, they must have their reasons.
Hopefully, when we reach our moon to deal with him, it's by our own efforts.
You seem very interested in a potential lunar landing.
Of course. This is our era's Apollo missions. It was only several decades ago when I was firing at warlords from horseback. Yet not long before that, the entirety of Sol was little more than humanity's backyard. All that we could accomplish then, we can undoubtedly accomplish now. These are all the Forge-related records I've found this past week. I'll be returning to Felwinter Peak next week. I may be able to find some additional files on my local hard drive. But don't get your hopes up. I haven't sorted through my archives in a while, so they're likely an absolute mess.
I didn't expect you Iron Lords to share information with me so openly.
We haven't. All we've shared are files that your permissions grant access to.
You're quite... frank.
I also have some irrelevant information to share with you. While I was repairing one of Braytech's portable storage devices, I discovered some personal evaluations and internal emails.
And?
Who is Henriette Mayrin to you?
Not somebody I know. I believe it's a coincidence.
There is no such thing as coincidence, only unproven causality.
So, what have you found on this Henriette Mayrin?
She once visited the Eventide colony on Europa. She was in contact with a supervisor named Helga Rasmussen there, which Clovis Bray's risk control department took notice of. The rest of the files were irreparably damaged.
Interesting.
That's all for the irrelevant information sharing. Goodbye.